for staying with us. 8 persons have been reportedly killed following communal clashes between Ifon and Ilobu communities in Orolu and Irepo-Odun local government areas of Osun State. The community clash also left 4 policemen, including the divisional police officer for Irepo-Odun division, injured while trying to mediate in the crisis. The 2 neighboring towns located in Orolu and Irepo-Odun local government areas have been at loggerheads over land issues for years, but the crisis rekindled due to reports of attacks by unknown gunmen on natives of Ifon and Osun on Wednesday. Now, to shed more light on this for us this morning, we have the Commissioner for Information, Osun State, Mr. Kolapo Alimi. Good morning, Mr. Alimi, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, Ma. Good morning, our viewers at home.
Yes. So, what exactly happened in the course of this week that rekindled this quarrel?
Well, thank you very much. It is quite unfortunate that in the 21st century that we have now, such a barbaric act could still happen. The information that we obtained from the government staff was that there has been an age-long land dispute between the 2 communities. That last Wednesday, precisely, there was sort of a ritual to be performed by a certain community, which the other community forbid, and that disputed land, and then it is some innocent passer by playing somebody from but the dispute is actually between Ilubu and Ifon. So what happened was that somebody was killed, and that led to attack and counter-attack between Ifon and Ilubu. Quite unfortunate, many properties were destroyed, lives were lost. But to God be the glory, our governor immediately the situation got to the government. The curfew, government imposed curfew on the 2 local governments, then summoned the security meeting, and then deployed the police to that place. When it got to a stage that we discovered that police alone would not be able to curtail the situation, we contacted the army, the military, the Air Force. We have the Air Force based in Osun, and the army. They moved in and they restored peace. But when it was a little bit escalating at Interland, we have to increase the curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. When we discovered that there was need to be more proactive, we imposed 24 hours curfew. So as it is now, we have imposed 24 hours curfew. And yesterday, before yesterday, we invited the leaders of the community for a meeting and chat. And yesterday, God be the glory, we signed a peace agreement. And yesterday night to this morning, there has never been any fight or any gunshots, burning of houses, and so on and so forth. So far, the government has been able to curtail the situation. So let me say, the situation is quite unfortunate.
Okay, Mr. Alimi, we understand that this animosity has been going on for years. Why hasn't the government intervened? Why didn't the government intervene all that time before it came to a head this week?
Well, let me say that past government has intervened. I could recollect the government of former Governor Ilola intervened in this thing and even handed it over to the traditional council headed by the then our late Baba of Ife, about Ijuade, Okunade, and there and then the committee was set up.
That far back?
The committee. Yes. That was around 2009 and thereabout. So the committee was said, the resolution was reached. Yet again, it is always during elected the last day.
seems that the network caught up there. Hopefully if we can take him for just a few more minutes because it's dated quite far back.
Okay. Are you with me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you now. You were up for a bit. Go ahead.
So the cassette was in this on it, and notwithstanding that, the situation still persists. So during the government of Electoral, it was office, and the government also took steps. So this time around, Governor Aide has decided to put a final end. The government, previous government have been trying to make this, then this is the boundary, this. But Governor Aide, in his wisdom, this time around, said the government is taking over the land because several efforts in the past have not yielded. So this time around, the government will take over the land, and some warning was issued yesterday to the leaders of the community that those that are sponsoring this, are buying guns, and donating money to buy guns, the government have their list and to get them arrested. And even the leader of the community, the governor was point blank that the traditional rulers if they will be suspended and they might be prosecuted. And they knew that this time around, the government is not joking. Previous government effort has been that, okay, let us find a peaceful solution, a peaceful resolution to it. But as it is, the government discovered that still people are not ready for that kind. Having taken over the land as government land, as it is now, because someone that if a soldier or any security man hit again, because there was a DPO that was injured. And so what happened to some communities during the era of General Obasanjo when he was president will actually happen. The government cannot just sit and continue to look for some people to continue to cause problems, destroy property. And so without someone yesterday, the meeting when we had with the late yesterday, everything has calmed down. And people are saying that this government really means this is not a matter of politics. This is a question of security. The government is serious. There's no issue of who wants this, who wants that. Government wants that. And so as a result of that one, everything has been restored. And we believe it's not a graveyard filing. It is pure and genuine. Because the people realized yesterday that if anything to happen, some people have to go for it. Because lives have been lost.
Okay.
So as it is now, we don't know any lives that have been lost because initially one person was killed. Later we learned another person has been killed. So far we know officially about 2. But later on the security agents give us the details. But the property loss was so huge. And so the government has taken driving system, and we know that we will put an end to it.
How final is this this position of government? Because first of all, these are communities where people live. Secondly, we all know how passionate people are when it comes to their ancestral property, land in particular, and all of that. So if government is taking it over, how lasting a solution would you say this is?
Well, as it is now, taking over of the place by government.
Oh dear. Seems that the network is a little... Okay, let's see if we can, just wait for a minute or two to take his comment on that one, because...
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you with me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Now, what you happen to the right eventually will be carried by the government. But let me say that in the past, the government has not been so decisive. Yesterday, the government was actually decisive that people will be prosecuted. And so because people know that they might be prosecuted, I believe they know that the government is serious. Unlike what has been happening in the past, that, when it just happened, people will just go away with it. This time around, the government carry out investigation as to those sponsoring this kind of heinous crime. And people will be prosecuted and sanction will be imposed.
I'm not sure that question has been answered, Mr. Alimi. Because once government takes it over, people have said over time, and it's happened in quite a number of states, that when government takes a property over, they don't give it back to the original owners, they don't compensate them, and then they could just decide to reassign it to other people. That's why the question is coming now. So we don't solve a problem today and create another one in the future. So is there a circle back arrangement where government will compensate the people whose land they're taking over eventually?
The process is still ongoing. The issue of ownership is what they are fighting for. So if you say you want to compensate, who are you going to compensate? You understand it? But what will be the land, what will be the usefulness of the land will be determined by the government. But as immediate measure, first and foremost, to put a stop to the carnage, and that's why the government take over the land. And I'm very sure it's not about the compensation and the name. The government will look into what to do, what to call that area, which do not belong to community A, B, or C, and what to use the land. And that one is still ongoing. But as it is now, that proposal has been made, and they all discovered yesterday that maybe whether government is ready to prosecute, to deal decisively with anybody.
Yeah, well, Mr. Alimi, one other question that's a little interesting for me is this. You said, and everyone, it's public knowledge that this conflict has been going on for quite a while, sometimes restive, sometimes just latent. But elections hold in these communities. And is it that they decide to sheath their sword for the elections, and after the elections they come back? Because elections hold. The governors are elected, local government chairmen are elected, or supposedly, House of Assembly, National Assembly, presidential elections are held, and people are elected into office. What happens during those times that elections can hold in those communities, but then they still, these conflagrations still happen? So are you saying that the elections don't hold in those communities?
Let me tell you that this communal class is the point of politics. And let me inform you that the referendum and the state, they belong to the same state constituency in the House of Assembly. And so as we are speaking, somebody from Ilobu happens to be the one representing that referendum and that state constituency. We call it a referendum and state constituency of Osun State. Before that time, somebody from Ifan was the one representing, but now it's somebody from the record. So it's the point of politics, because it's very to learn.
Oh, he's gone again. Mr. Kolapo Alimi, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Your connection keeps tripping off, so we just have to close. Thank you very much, and we wish the government luck in settling this matter once and for all, so that we stop having these clashes and loss of lives and property. Mr. Kolapo Alimi is Commissioner for Information for Osun State. Sunrise will return in just a moment, and we'll be looking at Erisco Foods image dent.